Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Dr. Brian. I'm the director of Cactus Chiropractic Lifestyle Center in Slacks Creek. And today I'm just creating a video from questions that I get quite often in the clinic. I thought it'd be beneficial to share these with everyone. And so today I want to talk about chiropractic and what exactly a chiropractic does and what it's meant to do and why we would want to do an adjustment. So first of all, let's take a look here at the screen. I've got my my model here, and let's just take a look. So let's go from the beginning, from the inside out of the human body. Here's the nervous system. There's your brain and the spinal cord, and you can see all of the nerves that come out from the spinal cord that innervate every cell, organ, tissue in our body. And so let's add the spine to that. You can see how the spine and the skull are there to actually protect the nervous system. And that's the job of the spine is to not only to keep us upright and allow us to move and twist, but it's really for protection as well. It's the most sensitive, most important system in our body is our nervous system. We live through our nervous system. And so if your spine, you can see, let's zoom in right here. There's there's a vertebrae, and there is a nerve as it comes out of the holes in between the vertebrae. You can see it there, and there's your spinal cord, and there's a vertebrae there. If we move up one, there's another nerve, spinal nerve, as it exits out of the spine. So what happens, why you would need to see a chiropractor is when those spinal joints or your spine's not lining up right. It's either not lining up right or it's not moving properly. So let's take a look at that. There we go. So here's your spine, and let's say it's not moving right, or there's been some injury. Maybe you're sitting too much, or there was a compression injury. You can see how the disc starts to get squished, and let's bring that back. Right there, if you remember back, those were the holes where the nerves came out that I just showed you. And so when that disc gets squished, it can put pressure on that nerve. And so let's go back to the facet joint. And so here's the joints. Here's our spine actually moving. And these are the joints where the spine moves. I'll pause this for a second. So there we go. So these are the facet joints, that joint right there. And that ligament, that blue part there, is a capsule around the facet joint. And inside that capsule is a fluid, like an oil. A synovial fluid, and that keeps the spine moving freely and smoothly gliding over the spine. And when the spine stops moving or doesn't move properly, just like any joint in our body, it can become inflamed. It can get red, irritated. You can see how it's red here. If I was to press on that area of your spine when it's like that, it's going to be sensitive. It's going to be sore to touch. It's not going to move very well. And so remember that movement is really the key. And so let's go back again. So a lot of people ask me, like, what is that? What is the cracking sound when somebody gets adjusted by a chiropractor? Oftentimes you can hear a crack or a pop. What is that popping sound? Well, let's go here. Remember we talked about that synovial fluid. So with that fluid in that capsule is in a vacuum seal. And when we rapidly stretch that joint, the fluid inside there turns into a gas, turns into nitrogen bubbles in here, and that's the popping sound. And so the adjustment is really a release of pressure, opening up the facet joint, and over time it will reestablish the normal movement of your spine in the spinal joints. And that's really a healthy spine, is a properly moving spine. Now if your back hurts and you're having some of these problems, and you go to your doctor of medicine, they're going to teach you about what medicines or what drugs that will stop that pain. And that drug will stop the signal from your spinal joints going to your brain, telling you that there's something going on. So if you just want to cut off that signal between your brain and the body, you go to your doctor of medicine, and they'll give you a drug to stop that. But it doesn't really fix or reestablish the movement of the spine like an adjustment can. And that's where chiropractic comes in, to reestablish that movement in your spine. So I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, just send me an email, drbrian@cactuschiropractic.com.au, or you can just reply to wherever you found this on Facebook. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you next time.